What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and do a discussion about Heath. And where is Heath? Comic book spoilers, I guess spoilers of episode 706, a little bit of 715, but nothing crazy about that, but more comic book stuff because we don't know where Heath is right now. So we have no idea exactly where he is, but we're going to have a discussion and hypothesis, and we want to know your input. So comic book spoilers and some general spoilers. If you don't want to know, stop watching now. Now here we go, guys. Heath. 706 was the last time we saw him. Well, it was a flashback, but 706 was the episode that we saw. Oceanside and Tara going to Oceanside. Now, where is this guy? Where do you think he went? Is he captured? Is he kidnapped? Is he running? Is he on the move? Is he on there? Did he join a new group? I don't know, Heath. Hopefully we find out by Scott Gimple is the only one that knows the answer. Tara Alana Masterson does not know. Heath, Corey Hawkins has been filming other stuff like 24, Kong, Skull Island, all these different movies, and so we don't know. Tara got pushed into the water and never saw Heath again as of right now, and I don't know if we're going to find out the answer in 715, 716, or even Season 8. Glasses on the floor, they're broken. There was clearly a struggle here. Did Heath fall? Did he get into a fight? Did he get kidnapped? Did he get taken? I don't know, right? The last clue we got was the PPP card or the DDD card or the whatever card, right? And it's not a savior card. It's not this kind of card. But there was all these different videos and theories on what does PPP mean and what is that and what is this and all these different channels were talking about it. Nobody knows. There's no clear-cut answer except for Scott Gimple. Tara Alana Masterson said, what does PPP mean? Only Scott Gimple knows on The Talking Dead. So we don't know exactly. But in a various theories, the only one that makes sense is that PPP means whispering. So the connection is the Whisperers. So is Heath linked to the Whisperers? Did he get attacked by the Whisperers or a bunch of walkers or something there? As you can see, the dynamics note velocity. Now I have no idea how that connects to anything there too besides PPP be written on the card equals whispering and the Whisperers, and people were like, are these the Whisperers? Is this a thing? So it could be a foreshadowing moment that Heath is connected to the Whisperers, or he'll be seen again when the Whisperers come around. Like he could be attacked by them and he runs back to Alexandria and say, we got a new threat, we got a new problem, and the Whisperers are the problem. So that would be kind of cool to know that he was attacked by them and he eludes them and he doesn't want to bring them back to Alexandria, so he goes off in the distance. But we will not see the Whisperers until issue 130 is put on screen if they do it that way. Where in the comic today on screen, we're in episode 715, then 716 is around issue 113, 114. So we got a bunch of issues before that would come around, which would be the second half of season 8, if not season 9. So let's talk about some different theories of where he could possibly be. Some people think the Garbage Pail Kids. Now, I do not think this is a logical theory because Jadis and the group are weird. We would see Heath, unless he was captured and taken prisoner, but they don't bother. So why would they take an individual person like that or whatever? Plus, the group has been there a couple times now, and they would have seen them. You would have seen Heath, right? Somewhere, heard of him or something, unless they took Heath and Heath didn't give up the group or whatever. It just doesn't make sense that Heath would be connected with this group, but some people are saying that it could. And I get questions about Heath really every day, so hopefully these will answer your questions and we get a good discussion, so I want to hear from you. The other one is Oceanside. I do not think he's at Oceanside, but the group is going back to Oceanside in episode 715, so we'll find out in this week's episode. Maybe there's some carryover from Oceanside going forward, but I don't think Heath is sitting there like a king with all these people and all these women and all this everything, as he's the only man and Natanya is there keeping him there. I don't see any of that. I don't see him being involved with Oceanside, but we'll find out hopefully about Oceanside in 715 when Tara rolls back up with the group to get the guns for them to fight the saviors and whatever, but I just don't see it happening. I'm excited for Tara to bring the group to Oceanside to get the guns and have that whole settled. They're going to get some guns, get some cool stuff, and I can't wait to see it be done on screen. But I don't think Heath is here, anything to do with it. I just think that people are reaching, just like the Morales thing. Are we going to see Morales every year? Morales comes up, but he doesn't. Magna. He could be with Magna and bring Magna to the screen. That's issue 127, so that's before the Whisperers come around. That would be really cool if he hooks up with her in the group, or even if it's a guy on screen, if Magna is actually turned into a male character versus a woman character. But I like Magna's character, and I could see him being connected with that. Now Heath, If you don't know the comics, he has a decent part and some storyline in All Out War and the end of March to War here as Denise gets bit by Holly, but his leg gets blown off in the war. So was that going to happen to somebody else or not happen at all now? Or does he come back around and then get blown up like that? I hope to see Heath again. I think they're underutilizing that character because Corey Hawkins is an actor that does a lot of different things. They should have cast somebody else. It's almost like a bad casting because he's got so many other projects and he's not available to play the character somewhat. I wish this character was more involved because he's probably one of the better Alexandrians from the comics that could be put on TV. But I do think that he is a bad rendition on the show. So I asked the question in this video before, months ago, TV show Heath sucks? Is he one of the worst characters from the comic to the show? Just because he's underutilized. I like Heath, I like Corey Hawkins, I like all that, but he's just not on the show at all. And where is Heath? Where do you think he went? I think he's with the Whisperers, and the best connection I would see him is that he comes back to Alexandria on his own. The group hasn't really asked about him, too, which is kind of weird, but he comes back and says, we got this new problem, the Whisperers, you got to do this, we got to start that, and brings in the Whisperers kind of connection and starts that whole story arc going forward. But, well, only time will tell. Season 8, second half of Season 8, maybe even Season 9, depends how fast or slow they want to get through Parts 1 and 2 of All Out War. So there you go, guys. That's my take on Heath. Will we see him? Will we not? When will we see him? Post your comments below what you think happened to Heath, when we will see him again, if we will see him again. I definitely want to hear what you got to say about Heath. Check out the Walking Dead community page on Facebook if you like this channel, you like the group. If you do like this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It'll really help us out. The more people in our group, the more power we have and the more videos I can make. Of course, for you guys, thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Post your comments below, guys.